Welcome to the explainer. You know that feeling, right? You're trying to get an AI to do something kind of complex, and what you get back is, well, a total mess. Today, we're going to crack open a technique that will totally change how you work with AI. It's called prompt chaining, and it's the secret to building AI systems that are way more powerful and, most importantly, reliable. Oh yeah, we have all been there. You spend all this time writing this beautiful, super detailed prompt. You're asking it to do 3 or 4 things at once, and the AI just throws a digital tantrum. You wanted an analysis, a summary, and a list, but what you got was a weird paragraph that's not really any of those things. So frustrating. So what is actually going on here? Well, when you ask an AI to juggle too many different tasks at once, like extracting, formatting, and summarizing, it gets confused. The different instructions start to interfere with each other, and the result becomes a total gamble. It's just not predictable. But what if we stopped asking it to be a jack of all trades? What if we broke that big, messy task down into a bunch of simple little steps? That right there is the beautiful idea behind prompt chaining. It's a classic divide and conquer move, where the output from one super simple prompt feeds directly into the next one. The best way to think about it is like a modern assembly line, but for information. Each prompt you create is like its own specialized station, programmed to do just one single job perfectly before it passes the work on down the line. And the strategy itself? It's incredibly simple. First, you just break down your big goal into smaller, logical pieces. Then you write a really focused, single-purpose prompt for each of those pieces. And finally, you just link them all together. You've just created a reliable workflow. All right, enough talk. Let's see this assembly line in action. We're going to take a simple, messy sentence and turn it into perfectly structured data that a computer can understand instantly. Okay, so here's our raw material, just a regular sentence packed with some tech specs. Now let's say you need to pull this info out and put it into a database, and you need it to work flawlessly every single time. How do you do it? Our first stop on the assembly line has one and only one job: extract the technical specs. That's it. We're not asking it to format anything or do anything clever, just, hey, see those specs? Grab them. And boom! Look at that. Here's what comes out of that first step. It's clean, it's focused, it's exactly the data we needed and nothing else. Station 1 did its job perfectly. Now, this clean output gets passed right along to our second station. And this station gets a new, very specific instruction. Take these specs and turn them into a structured JSON object. Now, JSON is just a fancy way of saying organize this data with labels so computers can easily read it. We'll tell it to create labels for CPU, memory, and storage. And there it is, the finished product. Perfectly clean, perfectly structured, perfectly formatted. You know, trying to get this in one go would be a total roll of the dice. But with our little two-step assembly line, we get this exact result every single time. That's the magic right there. Predictability. Now, this whole assembly line thing is way more than just a neat trick for cleaning up data. It's really a key that unlocks your ability to build much more sophisticated and capable AI systems. You can start building these really complex workflows. Imagine an AI that first summarizes an article, then uses a second prompt to pull out key names, and then a third to automatically look those names up in a database. You can answer tough, multi-part questions by breaking them down. You can even generate stories by having one prompt create an outline, another write the first chapter, and another review it. The possibilities are huge. So this is where it all starts to click into place. Prompt chaining isn't just a technique, it's actually a fundamental building block for what's coming next in AI development. This whole approach is part of a bigger discipline called context engineering. And if a single prompt is like handing an AI a screwdriver, then context engineering is like building out the entire workshop, giving it the workbench, all the tools, the raw materials, and the blueprints it needs to do incredible work. And this gets to the absolute core of it all. It turns out the quality of what you get out of an AI has less to do with the AI model itself and everything to do with the quality of the information you give it. Better context in, better results out. It really is that simple. And that leaves us with a really exciting question. If prompt chaining lets us build these little assembly lines of instructions, what happens when we start designing and building entire factories? What kind of amazing things could we create when we stop just prompting an AI and start architecting its entire informational world?